What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Right now, we currently have SGMA popping off. This literally just went off on the scanners, running from $11.50 up to $14 today. So it's the last week of 2021. I would say today was a lot of struggle for a lot of traders out there. You really had to be picky in what you traded today and be patient for your opportunity. 3 hours now after that market opened, look at SGMAs popping off, and we recently just had a run on SOPA from 13 up to 15, running $2 a share. If this gets over 15, it could keep squeezing up. But a lot of back and forth action today. A lot of back and forth action. This morning we had MBOT gapping up on the gap scanners. I told the chat I really wasn't too excited for this name going into the open. A lot of resistance up there at $10. But as this started to pull back, I put it on squeeze watch as it was pulling back down here to 850s. And if this would have squeezed, you see how it got that surge up here and it just stalled out and fell down. If it should have squeezed, it should have done it right there. So learn from this chart, move along. Going forward, as we're entering the second half of the day, if SMBot keeps holding at 8, this definitely could squeeze up to 10 at the end of the day. So keep this on the back burner. See how it sets up. Let's go back to SGMA real quick. This is the stock right now that has the momentum. Yeah, crumbling down, just about done. A lot of failed follow through. I'm only up on the day just over 350 bucks, almost 400. Just back and forth action all day. Not much follow through going on. Would we have pop off? MBOT had a quick pop, failed follow through. What else? RELI. This was one that had a good run this morning, but then crumbled and fell apart. It's trying to make a comeback. It's really got to get back up over 550 for any type of continuation higher. Mara. It's another name that's popular today in the options world. A lot of unusual option volume going in on this. Let's go back to SOPA real quick. See if we get that break over 15. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen because we're in dead lunch hours right now. SOPA and the other one was SGMA. So as we get later in the week, we're going to lose more and more volume, you guys. People are going to be closing out the year, waiting for the new year to start up. They're visiting family. People are traveling for the holidays. And I just have that feeling like a lot of people really got smoked this morning out of the open. I could easily see everybody thinking MBOT exploding over $10 and keep running. Because after we've seen a big runner like SOPA, everybody's on the lookout right now for supernova stocks. And they thought MBOT was going to be the next one. Also, BFRI was gapping up this morning. Failed follow through. We were talking about this in the prep this morning as it was gapping up here to 13s. We said we could easily see it push up to $14, $15, but we really wanted to let this market open up and see the environment. What do we see going on? Are we seeing failed follow through? Are we seeing stocks push and continue to push? As soon as this market opened, stocks got a real quick pop and then they crumbled and fell apart. BFRI opens up just above 13. And let's zoom in on this real quick. This is the risk of trading the open, you guys. Opens here just above 13. We're pulling back to 13 and quickly ripping up to 14. Pull back down to 13, rips up to 14. Pulls down to 13, grinds to 14. So $1 range back and forth here on BFRI. And then look at that big death candle all the way down below 12 from 14. That's a $2 death fall. Imagine getting caught in that. That would hurt and ruin your day. Especially if you're holding a large size or position. Now look at MRIN is starting to pop off. So we're starting to see these stocks out of nowhere randomly skip up. Traders are desperate right now. They want to trade. Nothing's going on and moving. So the first thing that pops up, everybody's going to flock to it. Let me see the daily here real quick. You got a bunch of moving averages on MRIN. You got the 200-day moving average right at 5. You got the 50-day moving average at 572. Let's look at that real quick. So this is the daily chart, you guys. Every one candle on this is one trading day. Zoom in here. That red line you see, that's the 200-day moving average. We're at a wall. And even if we get above that, we have another moving average here. The 50-day moving average. That's going to be another wall. Then above that, the green line here, that's your 100-day moving average. That's another wall. So you got 3 walls to get through. Traders are going to pull that up and see that, and they're going to be like, man, I don't want to be buying at a wall. So always always look to see if your stock are above its moving averages. I'm losing my voice here. SOPA still getting its pullback. You could see a retest of high of day. Let that keep pulling back and setting up. SGMA needs to get back up over 1350. But to start off the week, and it's the last week of the year, I'm taking it easy. I'm taking it slow. You don't really want to pressure anything the last week of the year. You want to protect your hard work, right? So we're just showing up, patiently waiting to see if any opportunity comes along. Let me pull back up SOPA on my other charts. Yeah, we hold up here. We could see a good push back up to 15. We break over that, we're running to 16. But the thing is, this stock just ran from $12.50 to 15. That's a $2.50 run, all right there. So this is probably going to pull back down. You're really going to look for 14 to hold up. 12 million float. Yup. $15, $16. Those are going to be two big levels for SOPA. That's where the previous day's close was yesterday as well, but we're breaking that downtrend. That's the good thing. Just keep in mind it's lunch hours right now. It's kind of a bad time to be coming back right now if you're just showing up. I personally would like to see it fail here, fall back down to 14, set up later, maybe power hour for a nice run. And don't forget, you still got MBOT. This could easily squeeze up to that $10. And from here, that's $2 up. And it'll happen fast if it does. Nobody's paying attention to MBOT right now. Look at how much volume died off on it. So the opportunity is there on MBOT. I'm going to focus my attention over on this. SOPA, I don't think it's going to do anything. Going back to SOPA real quick, your risk versus reward is, if you were to enter in at 1450s, you're risking 50 cent if it falls to 14. And what, you're going to sell probably at 15? So what, you're risking 50 cent to make 50 cent? It's not worth it. That's a 50-50. So you look at SGMA, that got drilled down. 14.25 all the way down to 12.25, $2. MRIN, see, failed follow through, back down below 5. SOPA stalls out. SPRB, this has been a good one too. It's been grinding up. 350 up to 5. Nice buck 50. Over 5, your next stop's going to be 550. Nice steady grinder for the day. RELI still trying to come back. That's got to get over 550 though. That's got to prove to me. NKLA's starting to form a nice bottom. You can maybe get a 50-cent scalp, maybe $1 on that. You need a lot to go with you though on that. SOPA back down to 14. That's where I want it. Hold up at 14 and then push up from there. Set up for power hour. That will be the good grand finale. I still like MBOT. If it continues holding up at 8 here, we could definitely see a nice squeeze on it. I could see it ripping up to 9 where the VWAP is. And if momentum really carries over, this could explode up over 10. It's definitely in range. How much volume does it have on the day? $64 million volume on the day. The float is 6 million. So they've rotated the float around, what, 10 times? 12 times? It's a lot of float rotation. Yeah, at least up towards 9. The risk versus reward is phenomenal on this. You're risking like 20 cents to make $1 or more. That's a phenomenal risk versus reward. It's a lot better than a 50-50. So in a way, you have to think ahead before of everybody else. You see it exploding up to $9. If it does get that explosion, you're selling to all the dumb money who's chasing after it, and then it'll consolidate, and that's when you should be unloading. And then all the dumb money is entering in on it, then they're anticipating a squeeze over 10. See it before it happens is what I like to try to teach here. Boom. Your risk versus reward is a lot better here than it is way up here entering in on it. Give this time. If it continues to hold up, could definitely see it making a good move. You got DWAC heating up as well. This bad boy's still holding trend. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it if it crossed up to 830s there, skip to 850. RELI, I don't think that's got to put in work, man. That's got to prove to me. A lot of people are trapped in on that, chasing it up at 6. RELI. SOPA right at that trend line below 14. It's been a hard one out here today, definitely. You had to be very, very selective in what you traded and focused on. You gotta adjust to the markets, and if you have those profits, you gotta secure the profits. Because by doing what we're doing right now, lingering around, hanging out, we're gonna get sucked into setups that aren't the greatest. Our eyes are going to start seeing setups that aren't the greatest. We're going to convince ourselves it's a good setup because we've been watching these charts for so long. That's why it's good to get up, take a break, come back. So the first 2 hours of the trading day, 9:30 to about 11:30, and then get up, go to lunch, come back 2 o'clock, power hour, last 2 hours of the day. Fresh set of eyes, and then you could see potential good setups because you have a fresh pair of eyes versus someone who's been sitting here all day watching every single tick, you know? ADGI, this is trying to set up. It needs to break up over 950 though. MBOT is probably going to have a death candle back down. SPRB trying to gear up. You could see a nice explosion up 75 cent to 550 on this one. I keep getting drawn back to MBOT. Yeah, everything's aligning perfectly with this MBOT. Everybody forgot about it. People are all focused right now on SPOA because it popped up. Now with that's trapping everybody. Then watch. If MBOT starts perking up and skipping, all that volume's going to start coming right back to it. Remember our famous GIF in the Discord here, the seagulls? That's how you gotta look at them like their volume. When a stock starts skipping up, all the seagulls come chase after it like food on the beach. The trash. So if you prepare yourself and you see the potential before it happens, that's where you can capitalize on all the seagulls. You're the one throwing the scraps out for them. Remember, you want to think differently than everybody else. We are the 10% who think differently and outside of the box. One of my favorite sayings going into the new year. I'm seeing now with AMC on Twitter, these guys are giving each other badges for holding for so long. I seen that today while I was on Twitter. See, there's our death candle on MBot. See, look, I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll send it to you guys in the Discord. That's what it is. It's a NFT they're giving out. I would say that that's Dumbass of the Year award. A reminder to AMC shareholders in the US and anywhere in the world, this neat I own AMC NFT is yours absolutely free. If you already signed up for our free program, AMC Investor Connect, or if you enroll by this Friday, December 31st, to enroll, go to amctheaters.com/shareholders. So that's the I own AMC award, aka Dumbass of the Year award. If you're going to tie up money for long, long periods of time, do it in real estate. Stock market is a device used to take advantage of opportunity when you spot it. Sure, there's long-term investing. Yeah. I look at the stock market though. This is a job. I show up every day with cash on hand and I wait for opportunity. If opportunity arises, I try to put together a plan and take advantage of it, trade the volatility. But if nothing comes along, I gotta patiently sit for when that opportunity does pop up. like we're doing here with MBOT. We see the upside potential. It's got volume. So now we patiently wait. Same thing that just happened on SOPA. Take advantage of the short-term opportunity. Get that money, grow that portfolio a little more, and then you're right sitting back on cash again, waiting for that next opportunity to arise. But going back to long-term investing, if you're going to do stuff like that, you're looking at stocks that are already established, like Facebook, Google, GOOG, Amazon. These are long hold terms. The SPY. Last 5 days, the SPY ran up 25 points. We're at all-time new highs in the SPY. Yep. It wants that 500. It seems like just yesterday we were shooting for 400. 400 way back here. This was back at the beginning of 2021. So that's a pretty profitable year. Up 100 points pretty much for long-term holders. And you got your dividend payout as well. $1.50 every quarter for every share that you own. DWAC is looking really good for a snap. Oh yeah. I could see this pushing to 54, 55, 54.50. Needs to hold up in this area right here. Push up. I don't want to take my eyes off MBOT. I think it'll give you guys one good opportunity on it. Remember, if you're chasing after it when it's up here at 850, 870s, it's too late, bruh. We're all unloading into you. SOPA. This will get a good push up there to 1450s. So this is like on the fly. Nice little pullback down right here. Enter in, put your stop just below 1375. You're risking like 10 cent. Gets a good snap over 14. You're making 75 cent if that works out. So risking 10, 20 cent maybe if it falls down here to make 75 cent, a dollar. That's a nice scalp opportunity potentially right there. Going on 130. MBOT still holding up. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get something to drink. Wanna go grocery shopping with me? The garbage man never came. Probably backed up or something. Thought my mic was muted, but I guess not. SOPA still creeping its way up, just over 14. MBOT still setting up. APT's currently popping off right now. That's just a pump and dump. APT popped off back in the day. Well, well, well. NXTD. Hello. Good push on you. Push up to 5. If you get over 5, 550. Still holding trend somewhat. Didn't break trend yet. CODX, where'd you come from? 50-cent range on it. The object of the game is who can patiently sit patiently the longest and stay on top of your game and wait for opportunity. That's the object of the game here. Your guys' RELI is pushing up over 550 finally. So let's see if it can bust up over that and then hold over that. That's what I would want to see. I'm not really into stock setup like that. It can easily crash down and break that trend to 5. Risk versus reward just isn't there. Just follow the trend though. If it breaks that trend, bail. See the popular stocks today. All right, we got SPY, Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Apple, Facebook, AFRM, MBOT is on the tops list. Amazon, UPST. This is the only small cap stock on the list. Everything is priced above $100 or more. Yeah, with DCPH here, I just had somebody mention this stock. Looking at the daily, it just had a big gap down on it from 40 all the way down to 10, 9, $8. People look at this and they think, oh, it's a big gap down. It's going to bounce, so I'm going to buy it. Just because stocks have big gap downs doesn't mean they're going to or have to bounce back up. This is a pharmaceutical stock. Pharma right there. If you're a swing trader, you're not swing trading pharmaceutical stocks or therapeutic stocks. That's just straight up gambling. All they are, they're just day trading opportunities. That's the way I look at them. A lot of people fall in love with pharma stocks. Then they go off on Twitter and they try to see what other people are saying. They're looking for a reason to buy and hold. Stocks on the move. GoDaddy, Nvidia, travel stocks. That was in the headlines this morning with the airliners. Let's see how much they're up or down. They made a comeback. But that's the financial news outlets for you. They hype up these travel stocks like the airliners here. Delta Airlines. It's only up, what, $1? American Airlines from 17.50 up to 18. That's a 75-cent move. GDDY. GoDaddy. This is up $6.50. Looks like MBOT made a move down here to 780s. Flushing out. Everybody sees support is right there at $8. So everybody's going to be putting their stops all down here. So the market makers see all that. If they see everybody's got their stop losses all right down here, that's when they wick it down and then rip it right back up. And then they'll rip it. They'll stop everybody out. And then they'll snap it right back up. And then half the people that got stopped out, they'll chase after it. Because market makers, they get paid per transaction. Every buy and sell. So MBOT, it's not done yet. It's still holding up at that 8 general area. You can't let that scare you out. Now, if this falls to 750s down there, yeah, it's done for. You can't get caught up in the micro time frame. You got to pay attention to the big picture. Now watch. Just as I said and told you guys, that wick down below 8, they stopped everybody out who had orders in, all piling in above 8. And then they'll rip it right back up. And then half the people that got stopped out, they'll emotionally chase after it and rebuy back in. So at this point, it's just a game right now. Stock is still in indecision mode. Doesn't know if it wants to go up, doesn't know if it wants to go down. So we wait. You can easily draw a line on that. Still in a confirmed downtrend. SOPA though, it could be gearing up for a nice bounce. Back up here. DWAC's getting that good push on it. It held that area we were talking about. This is like a good swing trading type of stock. Hmm. Splat. Let's go back to Mbot real quick. Two o'clock. We still got 2 hours left in the trading day. SGMA. I mean, that could get a good snap on it, but it's risky. We could see a good snap here on SOPA up over 14 if it holds up here. It'll spike to potentially about right here. MBOT still in play. What's going on, JBATL? I'm here. I'm just watching. LCID just got a spark of life. It may try running up to that 40 bucks. See what SOPA wants to do here. Is it gonna get a push up to that 14 and over 14? Or is she gonna continue to crumble here? I kind of got my eyes all over the place right now. I got SOPA up, trying to keep an eye on MBOT. I got my eye on LCID, DWAC. Yeah, BBIG. It's a pretty big float. Facebook. I don't know. I think a lot of people are excited for that metaverse with the Oculus and whatnot. Hold on, we're getting that move on SOPA. Good snap up over 14 would be nice. There it is. That's where patiently waiting, guys, pays off. Waiting for your stocks to set up. It's a good 40-cent, 50-cent snap up real quick on SOPA. Get a good push up here. Don't forget about MBOT. We've been watching that stock in the back burner this whole stream, an hour and 40 minutes. Right now we got SOPA perking up over that 14. We'll get a good little push on this. And this is where you be selling into the strength, patiently scaling out, sitting on that ask like a boss. Am I right? These low float stocks, you guys, the longer they're in play, the more choppier they're going to get. So you're always going to want to, you can't freak out when the stock rips up 20 cents and slams down 40 cents, because a lot of people, especially noobs, they're just blindly marketing in and market ordering out. As the stock's ripping up like that, let's say you're holding 1,000 shares, scale out 250 shares, sell, sit on the ask, get filled. Now as it's pushing up right here, patiently sit on that ask, another 250 shares, filled. Next up, put another 250 shares in, scale out, pay yourself as it's pushing up. Now the dumb people who are chasing after this, you're selling into those idiots. And that's the way I like to try to teach here. You want to see it before it happens. And that's why I kept watching this, because it was getting a nice tight pullback. And you see the potential before it happens. Now look, we're back up 1450s. We just ripped up pretty much $1. That's opportunity. Same thing with MBOT. We've been keeping our eyes patiently on this. Nobody's paying attention to this stock right now. They're all looking around, searching the stock market, looking for that next big runner. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to watch 2 stocks, 3 stocks maybe. See how they set up, get used to the stock's personality. We see the upside potential on it, right? This starts skipping up. It's going to go off on people's scanners and whatnot. They're going to chase after it, just like with SOPA. And they're all buying up here now while you're unloading your shares into them. That's right, JBATL. Secure the bag. Oh, let's go back to MBot real quick. See, that's still perking up. This could easily launch up to 850 and then push up there to 9. For SOPA to have any type of continuation, you're really going to want to see now 14 hold as we make our way towards power hour. We're at the last 2 hours of the day. Let it keep building in levels. Holds 14, we can run back up, test 1450. And then if we push through that 15, we're at high of day. And if we break through that, the stock could easily skip up to $16. Now look at MBot. There's that move we were talking about, and this is the move we were patiently waiting for, you guys. Like I said, it's all about seeing it before it happens. And this is what I teach here at Trading Learning 101. You want to see it before everybody else, the potential. You just have to know what stocks to focus on. That's the hard part. Because a lot of people, they like focusing on garbage. Now watch. We'll test here at 850s, and if we bust up through that, we'll skip up to just about $9. But as this is pushing up now, look at all this volume start to pour in. And now you're the smart money. You're unloading your shares onto the stupid money that's all chasing after this. And that's the way it works. You got to learn and teach yourself to think viciously in this market. We're wolves. We all have to eat. The stock market is a device used to transfer money between accounts. When you're right, somebody was wrong. When you lose money, you were wrong and somebody else was right. They took your money. So, my favorite saying, you guys, you don't have to outsmart the algorithms, the hedge funds. You don't have to outsmart those guys. The goal is take advantage of the idiots out here, the stupid money, the people who don't want to study, the people who don't want to dedicate time to this. There's our target up there at 9. Runs right up to $8.91. Any move higher on this, you're going to want to see 850s hold up as support. Yeah, that's a good rip. Fuck, for waiting 11 all the way to over 2:30. That's 3 hours. Now, if you think about it, we're right near day high. So we could easily rip up through that, push up to our daily high up here, test that, and then the next big level is going to be 10. And if we break up through 10, oh man, this stock's going to go wild. So think of this job, you guys, as fishing. It's just like fishing and hunting. We literally had the same example on BFRI last Thursday. All morning and all day Thursday, we seen BFRI setting up and we seen the potential it had. But it all comes down to time, when it will happen. From 11s, this broke down to 10, and then it went on a nice $4 per share rip to the upside. But I think that's a good grand finale to go off of, you guys. If you were in on MBOT, Merry Christmas. Consider that a Christmas gift from me to you. We focus on these types of stocks all the time, every day in the Trading Learning 101 Discord group. So if you're not a part of this group here in the chat, you're missing out. It's open to you guys all for free. MBOT, SOPA has all been on our radar all day. DWAC. Every day, the stock market offers opportunity. You just have to patiently wait for it. Wrap it up for me, you guys. It's a good start to the week, the last week of 2021. Thanks for tuning in with me, watching MBOT. Give a nice little payout, and SOPA, give a nice little payout. Be safe out there, you guys. Secure the bag as always. Lock in. Have that patience. Have that discipline.